going on, everybody? Welcome to Silver Creek Falls Chapter 3. So, it has been long overdue, but here it is. Chapter 3 of this game. I'm excited. Let's get into this now. Hello and welcome back to Silver Creek Falls. The controls are the same as before. We'd like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about details may be helpful. 2 weeks before the incident at Silver Creek Falls, Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Find the police station and speak to whatever the guy's name is. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Alright, I'm excited to be back in this game. Like I said, it's the last chapter of this game. I'm super excited to see how it plays out. This has got to be the police station right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce, except it's Germany. Inspector Walsingham, am I correct? You speak English, wonderful. Sorry. Was my awful German so obvious? A little, but it's fine. German is a very hard language, so we appreciate it when people try to speak it. Told me he was meeting you this morning. I think you should be ready to see you now. I tried to pronounce the name, it wasn't happening. Wonderful. Dankeschön. I know some German words, not a lot. Right, in the inspector's office. Or whatever. Hans, how are you, old friend? Gold star suit you. Have you had breakfast yet? Why would he ask him about breakfast? Yes, I had a strudel and some hot chocolate earlier. So is your team ready? Have they gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times, I must say, Mark. It sure feels great to be back in action. It will be good to work with you side by side. About that. I have to help drill and brief your team, but unfortunately I have to fly to the U.S. next week to finalize some business. So, is this it? Yep, the big fish. I leave this in your care. Don't worry, I won't fail you, old friend. I know you won't, Hans. Present day, Bertie County, North Carolina. After that whole incident. You can park your car overnight here, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay then. Can we go to a hotel? I know this fantastic hotel and not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk up in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what just happened? You rushed us straight to the car and had us drive here. Way over the speed limit. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies that called in reinforcements. There was no time. Besides, more men were coming, and I would have had to fight them all off. Let's go to my cabin, we'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path. Cabin is just up here to the left. We need some firewood and some food for the night. You guys tired? A bit, but it's okay. What do you need? Take the little path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard I've set up. Please pick some fruit and firewood. No problem. Like, is that it? Excuse me, I'm just gonna throw out fruit. Okay. Talk about what just happened. I'm still in a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. But how did he know we were there? let's not forget that he did leave clues for other cops to find out what he knew. It's not impossible to assume that he'd be tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah. He could have killed us right after killing those guys in hazmat suits, but he didn't. Clearly he wants to work with us to solve this case. I guess, but he really should have stayed in the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Should I call the Bertie County Police? Wants to do stuff by the book. Please don't. This time, you heard the FBI instead of the invitation from local police, so we should keep it in FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Sounds good. Found the orchard. I'm gonna call my unit chief now, have a rest for a while if you like. I'll pick some fruits with you when I'm done talking. It's okay, I'm not too tired anyway, so I'll pick some now. I'll be back when I've picked enough. Cool. Thanks a lot. Alright. Alright, so the green... Okay, can only pick one apple off a tree. So the green trees have apples on them. Tried to go up to those brown trees for firewood, but that didn't work. More apples. Right. I think this is enough. Alright, let's go see what he said. So, what did your unit chief say? He told me to stick with Lee Davis for now, as he is a person of interest. They're sending a team over to that secret lab to investigate. That's a mess. It looked really bad. Just like the rooms in the sorority. You really think it was human experimentation? We'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief photos from the inside, so he has an idea of what type of crew to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. No, it's not. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something. Well, obviously he does. He's got to. Especially if he's been following from the shadows. Shit's getting interesting. I think we should do if Lee Davis doesn't collect apples and firewood. Ah, yeah. The whole finding of the firewood. They definitely didn't really give you much, like, oh, hey, find firewood, but it's not really, like, out in the open. Go find it. Seek and find type thing. I love how he's just following and not really helping at all. Find firewood. He's just kind of like, okay, I'm along for the ride. You found the firewood. Oh, I need help. Too bad. Oh, add another apple inventory. Great. Okay. Great. I'm finding apples, but no firewood. Well, won't starve. You want to talk about searching high and low for firewood? This is insane. No matter what I did, I couldn't find it. Maybe we should do it to collect apples. Wait. Why doesn't he gather some firewood? Just a thought. We had some stockpiled. Maybe? To the orchard, maybe I missed something. Nope, can't go that way. Oh, nothing there. I was kind of hoping that maybe I missed something when I went back, but... Hey, there we go, we found it. Even though I thought I was trying that before, but... That's not. So... collect as much firewood as humanly possible. Because apparently this guy doesn't have any. Oh, I think we have enough firewood and apples. Let's get back. Finally. Alright, so here's this place. Ooh, nice place here. So, cabin, locker. Think he'll mind. I'd appreciate it if you didn't look through my stuff. Sorry. I know you're standing there. I'm gonna go through your shit. Look at my cabin. Did you get the firewood and everything? Thanks. So, can we talk about what just happened to everyone in Silver Creek Falls thinks you're either dead or abandoned them? I feared this, but they don't understand. Understand what? I had no choice. Here, make yourself comfortable. It's a long story. Story time! After I finished at the scene of the car crash, I decided to look over the bloodbath at the sorority house again. Containing the evidence, something about it bothered, and I knew something about it was off. It was a house full of blood, nothing about it was right. No, not at all. It's definitely a fucky situation. I mean, the fact that there was no signs of forced entry, that someone achieved so much carnage with no resistance in the entire house, it's bizarre. It's true, normally you think after the first murder at least one of the other girls would have heard something and locked themselves in their room and tried to escape or fight the perpetrator. Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. Okay. So they were all in the same room? Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams if they had been assaulted? Yes. So I went there to investigate again. As I walked through the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching in the room, most to the right. We're gonna need to remember that. I have a feeling we'll be going back. I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... What was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but had a smooth coat like a beaver or something. And the hair was whitish gray? I'm thinking a werewolf, maybe. What? I only caught a brief look at it, and then it lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me down to the floor, and I began trying to pin me down. Well, that's fucked up. Fortunately, I was able to push it off, then punch it in the chest as I stood up. It lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face and knocked it back 2 or 3 feet. It then scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. Chief's a badass, apparently. So those do lead somewhere. So what did you do after? I realized that whatever I just fought was not normal. I had already felt a presence tailing me for a while, so I knew I truly was not safe. But you go in anyway. I then packed up my stuff, left a note and the cassettes for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town, you coward. Why did you do it? Sarah, calm down and let the man speak. Let's not forget, he just saved our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed my report telling it as it happened and then requested reinforcements, no one in Riley would have believed me. So I did what I had to. I disappeared. So why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Simple. I expected the boy to inform his supervisors in Riley that I had gone missing, so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course, he just faked your signature and got Inspector Moore and I on the case instead. And later the FBI too. It all went even better than I expected. Theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eyes on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Smart. Furthermore, I expected the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. By then, the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. That's so suspicious. How was it that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? Got a little tongue-tied there. I'd actually been tailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues so you could follow and find out. This dude's smart. What I knew and perhaps use your status, Agent Valdez, and the FBI agent to then be able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park and entered the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood close guard to the secret lab in case they sent more men, which I think they ended up doing. Which they did at the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. What did you guys see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. Is it okay if I go lay down for a while? We were up all night in that secret lab. Certainly. Go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put in fresh sheets. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this just like busted everything wide open. Very sounds a little freaky. I'm thinking, sounds like a werewolf type thing. What the hell? Okay, so now I'm assuming she's dreaming. About to find out. Welcome, traveler. Where am I? This place is known as Aspera, the home of Espers. Aspera? You are the seeker of truth, no? Go forth and hear the chants. So... yes, touched you. Everyone's already died because of me. It's all my fault. I can never let this go. They will never forgive me. It was the first in my family to go to college. They were all so proud of me when I got accepted. For what? So are these like dead souls here? Kind of what it seems like. Rebecca, where are you? What happened to us? You're dead. Eat my werewolf. Colonel, can you hear me? Did I do my duty? I hope so. I worked so hard, took 2 jobs to pay the bills. I could have been a doctor. I should have been a doctor. This place has espers. They're so sad. Who are you? Who am I is not important. Who I am is not important. Have I died? Are you an angel? Angel? It's funny. I haven't heard that term for so long. Some would call me an angel. Others would call me a demon. I also go by the title the Interloper, the Guardian of Espers, or Patron of Truth. Patron of Truth, I think. Call me Alpheus for now. I know you humans enjoy calling each other by the first names. Humans? What the hell are you then? Some wizard? Brother, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. Now my blood mixes with the hot sand. I didn't ask for this. I thought rural police didn't die. This job was supposed to be easy. I was such a fool. That was probably the deputy that died, I would guess. All I wanted to do was protect my country. I worked so hard and followed all the rules. They say the greatest honor for those like me is to die in the line of duty. Was it worth it? The last one, I think? I hope Leah will be fine now that I'm gone. I hope they don't come after her. I miss her so much. Wish I could have seen her beautiful smile one last time. The Espers. Are they the souls of those killed? Souls? Yes, I believe that is what you humans call it. The Espers represent the voice of those who left too early. Those whose time was cut short by injustice. Their voice is muted. The Espers represent their dreams, desires, and regrets. Their love. Their souls. I tend to them here in my garden. But it must be a secret, like who? Like you, who must find their truth so they can reach fruition and be at peace. You have spent enough time here, Seeker. It is time for you to return. Farewell, Seeker. Wait, I have so many questions. I know you do. This is why I made you their Seeker. Wait, what? The sun is rising. I must go, Seeker. What? Will I see you again? Yes, in time. Farewell. Okay. Well. The next day. Well, okay. I think we're gonna save here. Wow. I'm gonna leave this video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what happens next. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Until next time.